Hello YouTube, I hope you're doing well, I hope you've been practicing. Today I would like to talk about hammer-ons and pull-offs, also known as legato. These are legato techniques. These are fairly common techniques in that most people use them. However, it's possible that you've never been introduced to them so you don't use them. It's also possible that you've been using them subconsciously so you might not even recognize what you're doing as a hammer-on or pull-off. You might call it something else or not realize what you're doing, so it's good to be a bit more conscious about what you're actually playing. And third, there are multiple, I'm sure there are countless ways to do this, but today I would like to show you multiple concepts, and maybe you'll know most of what I'm going to teach, but there might just be one little bit of information in there that's useful to you. So quickly, let's get started. You've got your two basic forms of hammering on, which would be from an open string. So let me play the E minor pentatonic scale. Very basic. We're starting with an open string. I chose that scale because all the open strings are in it. And then I'm just playing a note once. You can use a pick. I've got a pick here, doesn't matter. I often don't use a pick when I'm teaching or when I'm practicing. Just simply strike the string once and then hammer. So the second note is sounded without picking. And you can do multiple. If you want to do that kind of sound, to keep the note going, the best way to do it is actually pull down slightly. Pull down. Watch my middle finger down towards the floor. Down. That'll keep that sound going. You might be sitting there going, boring, easy, stupid, cool. Can you do it perfectly? Try and do that, all 6 strings. 03, 02, 02, 02, 03, 03. And this is the kind of challenge I've been doing lately on the channel, and more often I'm going to be doing, because I've realized it's the key to improvement and to quality playing. Can you do it perfectly? Yes, everyone can go. For example, just then one of my notes went ever so slightly out of time. So I'd like you to practice that. When you want to get a bit more advanced, you can do it from a fretted note to another fretted note. So I might go to G minor pentatonic. Already a bit more tricky because we've got 2 fretted notes. That's just 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6. There's quite a bit of tension, even if I just go, that's quite a basic thing to do, 3, 6 hammer. I'm feeling quite a lot of pressure through the back of my hand there, so it's quite a strong movement. I missed that. It's quite a strong movement, even though it seems quite simple. Another one you can do is like triplets, so like, now we're starting to pull, so hammer 3, 6, then pull. Da-dee-doo. You can see I'm ending. So there's the 2 separate, there's the hammer motion, and then the pull motion. Like I said before, when you're pulling, pull down towards the floor. Now I've got my guitar at a bit of an angle here, but if I put my guitar straight, down to the floor. But you can hear, if you listen closely, I'm kind of ringing accidentally. I'm kind of accidentally sounding some of the other strings. You might think that sounds cool, so you might get away with it. The fact that I've let my playing go on this long doing it means I probably subconsciously kind of like the sound of it. But if you want to be muting, you've got your first finger there to actually, so my first finger is fretting the F note at the 3rd fret of the D string, and I'm doing that hammer at 3, 5, 3. But my first finger can actually lay slightly over the 3rd, 2nd and 1st fingers to mute them slightly. Get a bit more silence there. So that's a cool exercise. And once again, you might be sitting there going, this is boring, this is easy, I'm way past this stuff. My challenge is get it really perfect. Doing a bit of vibrato with it. That wasn't even perfect. Hear that? Hear that buzzing? Bit of buzzing there. So what you've got to do, and what I've got to do, is practice this and really get it right. And get back up. It's deceptively difficult to nail it. As I said, we all do it. Ooh, that's a full open string ring in there. sounds kind of cool, so I'm going to forgive it, but it wasn't meant to be there. So look at such a simple exercise, and I'm someone that's practiced guitar essentially definitely my whole adult life and teenage life, and I'm making mistakes on this. And before you start attacking me in the comments going, you're so stupid, you shouldn't be teaching, maybe that's true, but I'd like to think it's more a case of we all have to focus in on our playing and see actually the most simple things can be overlooked and can be improved. So one of my favorite licks, I might go back to the open position just for ease of teaching and for you to play, and then you can move it. So I'm going 3 strings at a time. So it's like these 3, then those 3, then those 3. So we're moving to the high strings, and we're just hammer, 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 hammer. Back on string. Back on string. Back on string. That's a good one. Then you can do the pulls. So we're pulling down. And that becomes really useful in your solos and stuff. Kind of stuff's really cool. Could do it, let's do it at the 5th position. Well, that was a mistake. I just made 2 mistakes then. And the pull-offs. And when I'm improvising, I like to use my pick and do stuff that's kind of based on this, so it won't be exactly the same thing, but that's a fun thing to do as well. So you can kind of bar, if I bar 5, 5, 5, you can do like a flurry of pull-offs. Very kind of Jimi Hendrix kind of thing. He used to do that stuff all the time. Could try barring all 6, I guess. You can hear it's pretty chaotic. I've never actually practiced this before. This just popped into my mind now, but it's a concept for you to consider. So if we do it with 1 finger at a time, get that staccato feel. But if they're all barring there, you can ring it out. And there's some beautiful sounds there, so definitely experiment with that. Same with open. So that's letting the notes ring out. I'm just going like 1st string, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 4th, up, 3rd, 4th, 5th, just up the shape like with the hammer-ons and pull-offs. So there's a few things to get you started, concepts, ideas. I'm very honest with you when I make small playing mistakes. I feel quite bad, I react quite badly when people come on this channel and tell me how much I suck. So if you really want to do that, do it. But I'm a real person, I do really feel that. And I'm not here to say that I'm so great at guitar and you suck. I'm here to say we can all improve, and I share the ways that I try to make myself improve. And sometimes other people seem to improve as well, which is why I keep doing this. Thank you for watching, thank you for practicing. Try not only the methods I've shown you, but to invent your own methods. That was what really would be something special. If you could, you can start off by doing some of this stuff I just showed you, but what is really the right vibe is when you discover something that wasn't in this video and you start playing that. That's what would make me really happy. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment, let me know how you're going. See you next time.